So this is my product. I made it for my client Sandra Stoneman. She is a yoga instructor and she needed the website to advertise her yoga retreats in Spain. The first advanced technique that I used was that I completely redesigned the template that I started with when I made my website. So I got my template on the Start Bootstrap website where they have a really big template collection. The template that I found and which I thought was the best for the purposes of my website was business casual, which is right here. And as we can see, obviously I completely redesigned the template, although some of the structure is still similar. The information and the style is completely different on Sandra's website. The next thing I did was that I changed all the pictures on my template, and here are all the images I used. They include logos, text, and just background images. An example of how I use these images is the slideshow on the homepage right here, and you can see that I use the images to set the tone for when the clients first arrive in the website, of course. I actually edited some images, as you can see in this one right here. I use the Instant Alpha tool on my Mac to make the background of the image of my client doing yoga transparent so that it could be layered over a background image of trees, which would help set the tone. I also did that on another image in the slideshow right here, and I also did this on the table in the registration information page right there, because this table is not actually text, but it is more of a picture of the text that I used as a strategy to correctly place the table in my website for a more effective design. I also added social media to every single page on the website. So I added the Facebook and the Instagram of my client's organization on each page, as you can see right here. When I click on the links that are hyperlinked on the images, it brings me to both the social media of my client's organization on Facebook and Instagram, as you can see right here. I then proceeded to creating favicons for my pages. So favicons are the little images that show up on the tab bar at the top of the page, and if I did not add the favicons, it would look just like the template on business casual, which is like a blank sheet of paper. And of course, with the favicon being the logo of my client's organization, the website looks a lot more professional. After that, what I did is that I created a payment and registration page that is located on the registration information page, and I linked that payment and registration page via a button that is hyperlinked. When the users click on it, it opens the registration payment page on a new tab where they can proceed to register and pay. So on this registration and payment page, you can see that there is a survey that is embedded. I created that survey using Google Forms, and it is fully functional, which I will demonstrate right now. So of course I'm speeding up the footage so that we can see how the survey works. Okay, so now click register basically. We will see that the registration I've just made using this fake information does show up on the Google Forms. As you can see, there is a third response, and on the spreadsheets, where you can see on the fourth row, the response with the corresponding information to the fake client that I just made up. So under the Google form that I've created and embedded into my website, as you can see, there is a PayPal logo image, and that PayPal logo image brings the users to a paypal.me page, which is currently a substitution to the official payment method used by Sandra's organization, which is their official PayPal page. But still, this substitution is very effective, and what it does is that it requests a specific amount of 100 euros, which the users can just donate to my client as their method of paying for their retreats ahead of time and in just about anywhere in the world. Then I proceeded to changing the coordinates on the Google map located into the Contact Us page of the website. I made it zoom in specifically on Cette, which is the city where the retreats of my clients will be taking place. As you can see, I can zoom in and out of the map, as well as move around the world. Moreover, I can enable the satellite view, which can be useful for the clients if they want to see how Cette looks like, or how the roads or the way looks like to get there when they will be planning out their retreats. And if they're having trouble or they want to look for something more specific, they can just enter the full screen version of Google Maps. Finally, I hyperlinked an email address on my website, and what it does is that when it is clicked, it opens opens a new email form with the contact already inserted into the section. So it is basically ready to be written and sent for support. For example, if a user is having trouble, they can just send an email and ask for help.